Yes, the weekend's looking unsettled, but I don't think it's a washout at any point. Let's look at the time that it will be wet here. We had a couple of showers early this morning, but for the afternoon, we are dry. The evening looks dry too, but after midnight, showers will be around. And I should say the 30% is variable. We'll be near zero in parts of Long Beach Island, and we'll be around 40 or even 50% along the parts of the Delaware Bay and into lower Cape May County. Saturday, half the day will be wet, half the day will be dry. The problem is, it's tough to tell exactly when those dry times will be. The only thing I could say for certain is if you are towards Long Beach Island or Ocean County, the early morning does look to be dry here. Saturday night will be the wettest time period for us, and then Sunday looks to be well more dry than not, and with temperatures very warm. Temperatures are warm today, about 5 degrees above average, 63 in Vineland, 64 in Jackson, 63 in Atlantic City. Cooler right along the Delaware Bay and into the lower Cape May County, and that's because we have a west-northwesterly wind blowing off the chilly Delaware Bay. Here's our setup for today. Stationary fronts located to our south, a little bit of rain to our west. High pressure will be to the north, and this high pressure is going to be the big weather maker over the next couple of days. And you hear me saying high pressure usually means dry air. Why is that the big weather maker? Well, I'll show you why in a little bit. Dry air is in New England, and that will already be seen, that high pressure influence today, because closer to high pressure, like even in Ocean County, mostly sunny. Partly sunny in Atlantic County, so a few more clouds, temperatures well above average, Buda near 70 degrees. But as you get towards Cape May County, then we're talking about less of the influence from the high pressure and more clouds around. It'll be mostly cloudy to even cloudy, even as we go into Cumberland County too. 56 in Fortescue, 68 over in Vineland. Clouds will build everywhere tonight. Temperatures in the low 40s. It's a dry evening, but rain slowly moves in after 2 a.m. This is why our high pressure is going to make for a complicated forecast Saturday. Lots of dry air in the northern half of the state, but meanwhile we have a warm front with a lot of moisture with it and warm air saying, I want to get in here too. So we're in a battleground area between dry and wet. I think we do get wet weather during the day on Saturday, but not as much as we could if that high pressure system wasn't around. So this is 2 a.m. on Saturday. Rain is just getting into the Delaware Bay. 6 hours later, it doesn't really move that much. It only gets to about the White Horse Pike over the course of 6 hours. So we're only talking about maybe 40 miles over 6 hours. It's moving pretty slow. Rain will fill in everywhere during the afternoon on Saturday. And pay attention to this. As we go into Saturday night, heaviest rain is in the northern part of the state and even creeping into Ocean County here. Meanwhile, the southern portions of our area will be mostly dry. Now, as we go to 2 a.m. on Saturday, I think the model is underdoing this. I still think we see rain in Ocean County and Burlington County too, but the point being the southern areas of South Jersey, extreme South Jersey, does look to be dry for much of our Saturday night here. So when we look at our rainfall totals, 0.4 in Fortescue is what you have, and as you go over to Stafford, 0.8, 0.9 in Barnegat Light. So Saturday in the low 50s everywhere. It's a windy, raw kind of day here. Southeast wind 14 to 20 miles an hour. Wettest near Delaware Bay during the day, and then it flip-flops as we get into Saturday night. Here's our outdoor planner. Yeah, you'll squeeze in a little bit of time for that walk or jog outside, but paving or roofing, doing some yard work, not the best day for that, and staying indoors is always looking good. Sunday we'll have a setup very familiar to us here. We've seen this pretty much all winter long and even into the spring so far. Low pressure goes well to our west. Warm front passes, and then we get in the warm sector, which is dry and warm. Cold front to our west will eventually march in and bring a shower or even a thunderstorm, but not until late in the day, maybe not even until after 4 p.m. here. Temperatures in the mid-70s on the mainland. And I'll tell you what, even if you're in Hamilton or Mullica, you could get to 80 degrees during the day on Sunday. Meanwhile, the shore will be in the upper 60s. Delaware Bay shore in the 50s. So either way, spring fever in between those two areas of rain. Here's our mainland 7-day forecast. 61 on Monday, 59 on Tuesday, and then we're talking about another coastal storm as we get towards Wednesday here. We already saw 2 this past week. We look to have 1 next week. Still a little too early to be told about what the exact details will be with this, but I would imagine we're going to see at least a little bit of rain and a little bit of wind as we get into the middle of next week. In just a couple of hours, I'll be back on Facebook Live here talking about the Cape May bubble. You all voted. Do we want to see weather in the Pinelands or the Cape May bubble? Cape May bubble won out. That will be at 3 o'clock today. You can view it on my Facebook page. Meteorologist Joe Martucci will share it to the press site as well. You can also search Joe Mart WX for my Facebook page too. Instagram is Joe Mart WX as well. Twitter, AC Press Martucci. And you can sign up for my Something in the Air newsletter, get weather articles, videos, and more at thepressafac.com/weather.